Hi everyone, Scott Smith in sunny Southern California. Check out what we have for you today. Brand new model 2018 640i xDrive Gran Turismo. Man, this car looks good. Now it is the replacement for, if you guys remember, the 535 GT, the Gran Turismo. Definitely an interesting looking vehicle. Now I have to say it looks a lot better. I mean, the GT was a phenomenal car, basically as long as a 7 Series, which this is. It's just over 200 inches long, 75 inches wide, and just over 60 inches tall. Now it's about an inch shorter than your 535 GT, and it's almost 4 inches longer, but 221 pounds lighter, and the 0 to 60 dropped almost a second. And you still have a turbocharged 6-cylinder in this. So don't get me wrong, currently right now I have a 3 Series GT and an i3 that I currently lease from BMW. So the GT, the 3 Series, is almost the length of a 5, the previous generation. Not the G30, that's a little longer now, but definitely I'm enjoying that GT. Got a family with a little baby, so I definitely favor the GTs. It's not that we don't like the SUV or SAVs from BMW. It's just being a car and having that much cargo in the back and the extra wheelbase, the extra length of the vehicle for a child seat in the back. It has been an awesome vehicle. So I definitely do really like the Gran Turismos, and this is definitely something I really would like to have in the future for my next vehicle. So I'm really happy with BMW redesigning the GT. Also, making it a 6 Series is awesome. The designs, the standard equipment, it's just a beautiful car. So if you're thinking about something family-wise, you want something longer wheelbase, you want great cargo space, and you don't want to deal with an SUV type vehicle, please come check out the Gran Turismo GT for short. This is the G32 internal code on this car. We've got it here in the dark graphite. Also, I really like the M Sport package. Very aggressive. As we know, the front bumper side panels. You got the shadow line trim, the black kind of chrome is what I call it around the windows, and then these awesome 20-inch wheels. They're 20-inch by 8.5 up front, 20-inch by 10-inch in the back, and they're style 640M if you're interested on buying a set. So let's go to the front. You can see you got the adaptive full LED headlights right up front with that nice newer look there, especially with the daylight running lights. You do have the active kidney grille, which is currently open because obviously we've been sitting here taking pictures and having fun with the vehicle, so the grille is currently open. And you can see your front surround view camera right in the middle there between the traditional kidney grills. And it's got some great clearance being an xDrive, so they have thought about clients that are in some of the winter states with snow and ice and things like that, so some pretty good clearance. Now, obviously, these particular tires are the summer tire, performance tires, but we do have an all-weather tire set that you can definitely get from the manufacturer if you're going to be dealing with snow and ice. So I'll have Trish do some rev time. Look at the vapor. Definitely some moisture hanging out in there. Now, a lot of you have been leaving statements and comments about the, the dual exhaust look and the dual pipes and stuff. Obviously, when you're idling, you want this car to be, as quiet as possible. So there is adjustments that they do with these dual pipes and stuff, so that way the car idles quietly. As you can see, we're actually sitting still. So I know on a couple of the other cars there was comments about the dual exhaust system and the dual pipes. So also you can see here we've got new redesigned lights in the back, being the new GT 6 Series, but really cool. I mean, look at the angles and stuff that they've done with the lights here and stuff. I mean, just really awesome. I would imagine that deals with coefficient of drag, all that kind of stuff, but just really some amazing detail. BMW being an engineering company. One thing else that I really think that's amazing about the car too is you got to think it's over 200 inches long. It's over 4,400 pounds and front heavy by less than 50 pounds. So think about a car this long, this heavy, and BMW has gotten it so close to perfect balance. That's why we're known as the ultimate driving machine. The engineers are amazing at developing these cars and having the right balance, the suspension, the transmission, so that please, you need to go in and drive a BMW if you never have. I meet people every week that have never driven a BMW. Next thing you know, they got one in the family. I just had it happen this week with some clients who got a 2017 X3 from me, and they've had Hondas their whole life. Great vehicle, very reliable. Came in, the wife loved the 2017 X3, the way it drove, the way it handled the whole experience, and now they have it in the family. So if you never have driven a BMW, or if you have a friend that's never driven a BMW, please take them in. Go in and have some fun. Take one around the block. That's what I'd rather be doing with my clients. Out having fun test driving than sitting at my desk. Hey Trish.
Hi,
how you doing?
doing great.
Cool, got the athletic look today, I see.
It's so sunny out.
Yeah.
But we're getting blinded.
It's gonna be 80 something degrees here today. I think it's February 3rd, so definitely nice out here in Southern California. So now we have the B58 engine, inline 6, 3 liter. Now it's been cranked up to 335 in horsepower and 332 in torque. 0 to 60, 5.1 from BMW. Now our previous generation, the 535 GT X-Drive, all-wheel drive, was actually 6 seconds, 0 to 60. So they almost dropped a second off that, and we still have the efficient 6-cylinder B58 engine. The previous one was the N55, a wonderful engine. So definitely, let's move on to the sticker. Let's do that. We'll follow Trish back there. Let's do that. Okay, let's go over the details on this.
So, if Scott hasn't already told you, this is a 2018 BMW 640i X-Drive Gran Turismo. Kind of a long title there. You could pause the video at this time. We have the Driver Assistance Plus, the Luxury Seating Package, the M Sport Package, the Executive Package, which gives you a bunch of stuff. And you can see at the bottom there, we have the total suggested retail price, $84,465.
And then there's our fuel economy. You'll look 20 and 28 with an average of 23. And there is the final assembly. Cool. So let's go ahead and we'll follow Trish to the back. Let's do that.
So this does have the kick to open function on the trunk. So you do have the convenience of that. You can take a look at it. It's very spacious.
Yeah, one thing I really liked about the 3GT that I currently have is the space in the back and the length of the space. Dealing with child, supplies and equipment, strollers and stuff. So the depth of this trunk is awesome. So that's one thing I really like. Now you're around 31 cubic feet of storage back here with the seats up. Then when we drop it, all the seats, you go to almost 65 cubic feet of storage. Now there was something that they did bring over from the previous or from the current 3 Series GT, which I thought was very beneficial because mine are stored there right now and they've been there for about 2 years. So Trish is going to show us that, your security shades in the back. Go ahead, Trish. We'll yank that first one out there. Perfect. She'll get that. Whoop, catch that. There we go.
And this is going to go underneath here. So we flip it this way actually.
Yes, there you go.
And this pops up. It has hydraulics, so it's very convenient. It stays up for you. And then you're just going to drop it into this.
Yeah, you'll see there's a groove for the first one.
And then we'll go ahead and get
pull that up.
And this one also is going to sit right under here. And it fits nice.
There you go.
Perfectly.
Now, one thing with the luxury seating, we do have a very nice upgraded package inside with the seats and stuff. These are extra leather covered pillows that can go on the headrest for extra comfort, and that'll be coming with your luxury seating package, something that carried over from the 7 Series. So a nice feature. So we store them back there right now. But now Trish is going to drop the floor. There's obviously the floor mats. Push the button, pull it towards you. Boom, drops the seats from back here. Trish, if you want to drop the other one.
It's so nice how they just kind of bounce forward.
Yeah, so as you can see here, we have a ton of space. And then Trish, can you go turn the radio down? Is that okay real quick? Cool. And then so you can see now there is still a slightly of an angle because of the seats in the back, the way we've designed them to be as comfortable as possible. These seats almost fold down flat, but there is a slight angle. And that can also help with stuff sliding forward. You know, if you do have to put on the brakes abruptly, that'll at least help try to keep stuff back here. And as you can see, we do have three-way fold downs. So they are the center you can drop completely by itself and have the outside seats up so that you can run stuff all the way down the cabin and still have 4 passengers. So let's go. Trish, do you want to come on over to this side? And I'll come over to this side. So what's nice with ours too, it isn't very tough just to throw the seats back up. You don't have to remove the headrest or anything. And then I definitely wanted to show you the leather. Trish, do you want to jump in from there?
Sure.
Let's do that. So you can see Trish, and you guys all know how tall Trish is. And she doesn't have heels on today. But we've got the Napa leather in here, really nice. You can see the diamond stitching, which has been carried over from the 7 Series. So it's a really nice, high quality. And we've obviously got cup holders in the back, and you do have some storage.
Cubby is here.
Yeah, and then you've got some really nice piping. So the one thing I think BMW was very smart with over the past, at least over a few years, maybe even longer, contrast stitching. You got the piping and everything that's really nice. So it kind of breaks up the solid black, I think, in the interior. We also have the individual piano black trim in here. So that's an upgraded trim. But I think the contrasting stitching has been really nice to kind of not just have a solid black interior, but kind of give it a little bit of a luxury quality look. We got the Harman Kardon sound system. So the standard system is 12 speakers, I think 205 watt. So now the Harman Kardon is upgraded to a 600 watt with a 9-channel amplifier. So definitely a higher quality speaker set. Not to say the stock system isn't wonderful, but as most manufacturers, we will give you the option to upgrade your sound system. And a place back here for drinks and additional storage in the door. So just in case, you could have, you know, 2 people and 4 drinks back here. They're starting to think about the Americans with all our drinks. And then Trish is showing you there the rear air conditioning, rear heating for all 4 corners.
2 ports here for charging purposes.
Yeah, so you get those dual USB chargers and throw them in there. You can just about charge anything. I think tablets, even potentially a laptop, and then obviously your phone. So cool. Yeah, and Trish will show you that. This one's got the rear adjustable. So this way, she can adjust the back of the seat. So for long drives, the headrest is adjustable manually, but at least this way she can lean back, take a nap when you're driving to Vegas. Get ready for some fun. Also, you can see here, Trish going to activate the rear side power sunshades. There we go. Or it is on the 6, yeah, and on the 7. You got the full power now. So there you go, just touch button. Yeah, there is a button here, so in case you do have both up and you actually want the other one down, you're not going to have to slide all the way over and put that down. Both doors do have both full functions for both windows, both doors, so you can put them both up from one position. And we've got the panoramic room, or am I saying that right? Panoramic moonroof. Yeah, gotta watch my speech here. You guys have been catching me. It is factory tinted, so the tint is in the glass for protection. And then Trish will show a couple other features of that when we get to the front seat. Right, so Trish will jump out.
And the soft closing doors as well.
Yeah, this one does have that. So from all the packages we have, which is nice in case the kids are sleeping,
show them that
you know, yeah, it's something you just have to let it connect. And it'll slowly go in there. And the windows are frameless, which I really like with the GTs and the look. So go ahead and open that one more time. You'll see up here, guys, see how the windows, there's no frame. So especially in the front seat, you put the windows down, it's just a door. So it kind of reminds me of the old school back in the day. But kind of a nice signature design with the GT. And then one thing to mention about the rear hatch, you can see how high it opens. Well, it has 4 settings in the iDrive, so you can have it, you know, not go as high in case it might be bumping into a, you know, low overhang or in the garage. So let's close that up. One thing I really like too, because obviously the spoiler is up on my 3 GT, it's kind of a nice design, I think. Gives it a little attitude. It's kind of cool. Now obviously you can put it down so it looks flush and smooth, but I think it was a really cool design, so I'm glad they brought that over also from the 3 Series GT. Kind of gives it a nice sporty look, especially with this M Sport package. Let me just do another little walk around. You can see your side gill there. nice and aggressive looking and is functional. The efficient dynamics that BMW has really been concentrating on for the last, I don't know how many years, I would imagine probably 3 to 5 years, maybe even longer. They've really thought about making a high performance vehicle, but also making it as efficient as possible. So putting those two things together, they've really come up with some great ideas on what they've designed for the car to make it as efficient as possible, but as fun as possible too. Trish, how's it going in there?
Great.
Good, cool. So let's go down. We do have the 20-way multi-contour seats here, so a lot of adjustments on these seats. That's what your luxury seating package. So you can see that's the back control. That's actually the headrest adjustment, bringing it forward and aft. You can squeeze the seats on the sides, obviously the front, and then you got the leg extension up front here. So I know on multiple videos I've shown some of the multi-contour seats, excuse me. And you can tilt the front up, give a little bit more hamstring support, and then you do have the lumbar support. All right.
And are they still calling the diamond stitching on the seats diamond stitching?
I'm trying to remember for sure. I mean, I know this is the Napa.
It's not
the
just
Napa
for
leather,
looks,
but
everyone. It's like little tiny pillows. It's so comfy.
And we do have the cooling seats, the ventilated seats. I mean, they would cool you if that's what you want to call it in the summertime, but they're not an air conditioning system in the seat. It's just a cooling, they're blowing air. And there's our shadow line, our piano individual black trim on the interior. Also, here's all your controls for the driver. You can fold your mirrors in. Then one thing that's really cool, I want to get in to show you guys on the screen. Our massaging seats are completely next generational from about 3 to 4 years ago. Like, I was able to have a 7 Series for a while, and it had a lower kind of a massaging feature. This is completely different now in what they've done. So very nice. And got our light control here. You can see this awesome 12.3-inch dynamic digital dash. Most of you know with the red there, we've got it in the sport mode. And so Trish can move it to different. So there's your Eco Pro. And then if we go back to comfort, let's see, there you go. There's your default setting. So very cool, very nice setup. So what I'll do, and the steering wheel.
Yep.
So our heated steering wheel button is now down in the center, as you can see there. And this one's got all our cool advanced active safety and driving features. So we've got all the nice buttons there, easy to activate, easy to get to.
Paddle shifters.
We've also got the paddle shifters. Nice Napa leather steering wheel. Okay, I'm going to jump in on the other side. I'll be back. Let's cruise around the front here. So definitely, guys and ladies, I do sell BMWs in the state of California, so would love to have the chance to earn your business. So please send me an email. Got any questions or anything like that? If I could ask a huge favor, Trish and I would love to see if you guys could hopefully share our videos on your other media sources like Facebook. That would be greatly appreciated. So let me go ahead and get into the cabin here. Okay. There we go. And we've got our awesome, giant, easy to see iDrive screen. It's over 10 inches, widescreen format, very nice. Everything's been upgraded, so you've got faster hardware, 20 gig hard drive. The software is iDrive 6.0, so very smooth, very easy. Sorry for the flickering, that's just the way my camera is recording this. But if we'll have Trish, let's do this, Trish. If you push the massaging button over there, we'll do that. Now you can see here, here's all your options for the massaging seat. So display when button is pushed, then you can pick the power setting, and then you can see you can pick different parts of the seat, or you can have a whole body, obviously. So it's really nice. They've really done a nice job on this. And it's definitely at level 3, you will definitely feel it. I can tell you that. To me, it's definitely not distracting, but it's nice that you can adjust the power of the massage. So definitely every night coming home from work or on a long trip, at least you're not going to feel like you've been driving for 5 hours. You can get out and be refreshed if you would like. And then what we'll do too, let's have Trish do the gesture control with the radio.
So we're going to turn up the volume, and you're just going to go like...
There we go. And then you can turn it down. And then she'll be able to change the station. There's multiple settings that you can do with your gesture control. So, and obviously there's voice control and all that too that you can do. So, and we have a touchpad controller. So there's a lot of different ways you can communicate with your system. One thing we did like a lot with the upgraded software, iDrive 6.0, is its active templates. So that's very nice. So whatever you were doing in that template, it'll show you. And also you can customize the order. So if you want to move something, you can move it, place it on your main screen if you want to, move it back. So it's really nice. They've made it more adjustable and just more lifelike, and showing you what you were doing in that template when you were there. And then you can go right into it if you want. So very quick, very fast, easy settings. What I like too is the preview of the actual thing that you're looking at. Instead of having to go in to see what's in that category, it shows you a preview. So then you can zip through and go to different ones if you need to, and be able to know what's in there. And then what else you want to show them, Trish?
So I really like what they did here. It's very sleek looking. So for the compartment, it just kind of closes over it. And once it's closed, it doesn't really even look like there's any cup holders under there. So it's a really clean look. And then let's show them the key. A lot of people like to see what the key looks like. So it's very nice.
So I think this design first came out with some of our newer X cars. I'm trying to remember if that was the X5 that got that style first, and then it's moved through.
Charging
and then,
port.
yeah, that, and you got a USB. If we move the key real quick, and it's actually in the charging tray. So the wireless charging tray that this car has. And then the one thing Trish was mentioning about the sliding door to cover the cup holders, it's one thing that BMW I think has always had from almost the very beginning, is they know they need to have cup holders, but they like them to be hidden, or being able to be hidden, because it's really about the car. I mean, we all love to drink stuff in our car while we're driving, but I think with BMW's philosophy, they've always designed their cars to where we got to have cup holders, but we're definitely going to hide them so you can really have that clean, beautiful look of the cockpit around the driver, around the passenger, and really show off everything that they've designed to make driving easier and more pleasurable. So Trish is playing with some of the settings there. As you can see, we've got the front camera, and we do have the 3D view on this, which is nice. And you can even remotely view your car if you're somewhere else. So one thing with this feature, that's what's really cool about it. And then Trish, I don't know if it'll do it in park, but let's see. Yeah, there we go. So you can watch this car drive by. Bye-bye. See ya. It's like a video game, isn't it? So now we can move this around. You can check around the car, and you can access this view from your phone, even in another country. So with the 3D remote and with the BMW's app, so if you are away on vacation, your car is parked in long-term parking, and I think it updates the picture, I think every couple hours, every few hours. Not 100% sure on that, but you can definitely check the website. So very cool. And let's see what else we have. Now the auto start feature, we do have an off feature here. So if, just in case you want the car to always idle, you can. But you know, if we're thinking about the planet, that auto stop is very cool. You won't be burning gas. You know, emissions won't be coming out of the pipe. So overall efficiency year after year, it'll help out, and every little bit helps, obviously. And you can see the design here. We've got our cooling seats, heated seats. And they've readjusted the buttons here. So I guess, you know, for the individual, for the BM, like what I do like is knowing in my car in Southern California, I want that max button to be as close to me as possible when I jump in the car. Now you can set the car to kind of cool itself down, or what I should say, circulate air through itself twice a day. There is a setting in the iDrive, so if you know you're coming out at 5 o'clock and it's been outside all day in the sun, you can definitely set it to circulate the air through the cabin for I think up to 15 minutes. And you can set that twice a day. So if it's lunch and then leaving the office, you can definitely do that. And we've had that for years. All right, yeah, let's show them the center console. Got some great storage in there. As you can see, another charging port, USB, and also just a regular that you would have to do a device in there. You got a light, obviously, so good storage. We really have been making our consoles in the center bigger and bigger, so we've been listening to the customers about storage space in the vehicle.
And then if any of
Great.
you have questions on some of the basics, we used to cover a lot of the iDrive settings and stuff like that. But if you have any questions, be sure to drop them below into the comment section. We'll be happy to answer them or go over the answers to those in some of the upcoming videos.
And also wanted to mention that if any of the BMW geniuses out there nationwide could also help Trish and myself out. If you do see any questions that haven't been answered yet, it'd be great if you could jump in there and give your 2 cents. I know I'm really appreciative of the BMW Genius program. You guys are awesome with everything that we have to do and the questions and trying to stay up to date with these amazing vehicles. I really appreciate every single one of the BMW geniuses. They're definitely part of the team, a very important part, especially for customer satisfaction. So cool, Trish, where can we follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram, BMW_Trisha.
Cool, great. Let's give you another shot of the cabin here. Yeah, they really did an awesome job on the design of the seats.
And then the sunroof, we can close.
Oh, yeah.
That. Let me stop it.
Yeah, let's do that. Or we can open it. You want to open it and we'll show them how.
Oh, sure.
Let's do that.
Okay, so you can pop it, so it just kind of goes up.
As a vent.
And then we can go open it up.
There we go. So very cool, nice way, and then you can keep going back one more. So there we go. So there's the maximum opening for you. So very nice touch. Most of our X models have the big moonroof, so it's kind of cool that we've also did it in the GTs. Especially sitting in the back seat, that's an awesome view back there. It's just like one giant windshield, except for the small brake right here. So it's a very neat way to kind of see everything from sitting from the back seat. So great. Well, I was glad everybody could watch. Now, this is the fun part for Trish. Trish, now I see that you're in Eco Pro mode.
Yeah.
You probably want to go into Sport.
Yes. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank
Yes.
you. Okay, so we want some more rev time before we take off?
No, I think we're good. I think we'll just have you take off. Just please remember to come back and pick me up.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's see how Trish does here. Have some fun. Woo, there we go. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.